Welcome to this Astro Mindfulness exercise on your celestial astrology. And this exercise is to help you connect with the second Decan of Scorpio. I'd invite you now to settle into the stillness of the present moment. Make yourself comfortable where you're sitting. You may choose to lie down, or you may even decide to walk while you do this exercise. As you bring your attention to your breathing, you may wish to close your eyes or just rest your gaze gently downwards. And bring your attention fully to your breath. Become curious about the in-breath. What's the temperature? Is there a pause between breathing in and breathing out? How far does the air travel into your body? Does it reach your chest, your lungs, your diaphragm, your abdomen? Does your stomach rise and fall as you breathe in and then out? Can you trace the journey of the air as it travels in through your nose, down the back of your throat, into your chest? Does it touch your heart center, into your lungs, and further down into your abdomen? And as you breathe out, just release any tension that you might be holding from your day, your week, your month. You don't need it anymore. Just release it, let it go. You don't need to alter your breathing in any way. And as you're tracing this path of the air, notice if there's one part of your body where you feel the energy of the air most intensely. Maybe it's at the tip of your nose, at the back of your throat, travelling further down your throat, at the base of your throat or in your lungs or your chest. Maybe it's at your heart center or further down into your stomach. Where is that place for you? If you bring your attention just to that place now and practice breathing into that place and then releasing. From mindfulness, we call this place your mindful anchor. Your mindful anchor is always with you. The more you practice breathing into this place of your mindful anchor, the easier and easier it will be to connect to this place in your body any time that you need to find stillness in your day. If you need a moment to pause, all you need to do is breathe into your mindful anchor. And now, as you continue to breathe into your mindful anchor, I'll ask you to begin a visualization. And you may find your thoughts wandering as we move through this mindful exercise, and that's okay. Thoughts do. That's what our mind does. And the practice of mindfulness is just to keep returning again and again, as many times as practice is needed. Just keep returning to the exercise of my voice, return to the visualization, and know that you are practicing mindfulness every time you return your attention to your breathing and to the exercise. So as you breathe into your mindful anchor, feel your connection to the ground beneath you. And visualize that ground now becoming the ancient soil of Greece. Imagine yourself transported back in time. And you're standing outside the imposing temple of Mars. It's a place of fiery power and unwavering defense. As you take in this magnificent scene, absorbing the energy of this place, the heavy doors groan open, revealing a plume of red dust settling in the afternoon light. Mars, the god of war, Ares, strides in, and you follow him. His armour is dented and bloody, a testament to a hard-fought battle. He walks into an inner chamber, throwing down his weapons with a clang. Can you hear that noise? Can you see those weapons? Can you see the weariness etched on his face? What else are you seeing in this scene? Breathe it all in. How do you feel watching this scene play out? As your eyes adjust to the gloom of the torch-lit inner interior, a second figure begins to reveal herself. She's disheveled, slumped on a magnificent throne. Ares greets her as Lunar is greeting her with respect and deference. We know her as the moon, but her radiant glow that we know has been dimmed. How do you feel seeing her in this condition? She seems to have fallen from her usual position of power, high in our skies, ruling the rhythms of our life, and seems cast down into this vulnerable realm of Scorpio II. There's a sense of helplessness clouding her usually serene demeanour. She can't have given up. We need her, surely. What does the moon mean for you? Reflect on this for a moment. Ares moves towards a third room, another inner sanctuary, and greets another figure. And you recognize her as Aphrodite, Venus, the first bound ruler of this Decan. As you look around the room, you see that she has drawn a steaming bath in the centre of the room and has been busy adding layers and layers of comfort. There are rose petals, fragrant with love's promise, floating on the surface of the water. There's a roaring fire crackling beside it, casting flickering shadows on the walls. As you enter this room, watching the three figures, Ares striding in confidently, leading Lunar by the hand. It's so hard to see her like this. Aphrodite welcomes them in, gestures for them to join her. Can you smell the scent in the room? The scent from Venus. Hear the fire crackling. Feel the steam of the water. Engage all of your senses as you join them in this room. And slowly, Ares sheds the rest of his armour and warrior vestments, revealing his warrior's body beneath. So powerful, and yet his eyes are deeply affected by the battle. Lunar hesitantly casts an eye over his body, The vulnerability in her eyes finds you, but flickers back to him. And there's a spark you see in her eyes that makes you smile. As she looks at his body, you think you see appreciation. Her eyes look with Ares. And yes, you can see a spark there. She has found something that was lost. She has found a reason. Ares invites her into the bath. Aphrodite invites you to join them in the warm embrace of the bath. Feel the soothing water ease your own tensions, both physical and emotional. As you relax, let down your defenses and listen as Ares and the Lunar share stories. Mars of the fight to defend, the Lunar of the humbling fall that she's just experienced. Listen to the raw vulnerability in Ares' voice, a sight that's rarely seen. Witness the strength that Lunar finds in admitting her need. Reflect on when you last admitted that you needed help. Where did you find help? When did you last allow yourself to be seen as vulnerable? A fourth enters the room, breaking this spell. It's Mercury, the swift messenger god, and the second bound ruler of this Decan. He begins to flit around the room, bringing some lightness and playfulness in, sensing the unspoken tension. With his gift of communication, he gently nudges Ares and the Lunar to open up. He reminds them of their past camaraderie, of the battles they have fought together in the past, and the battles they still have to fight. Hesitantly at first, Ares and the Lunar begin to open up even deeper, sharing more and more personal experiences. Mercury, Hermes, with his keen intellect, listens intently. You realize he's drawing out their deepest emotions and frustrations, and the space for vulnerability opens up deeper. What would you communicate to them in this sacred space? Reflect on what you might hear during these conversations. As the night deepens and the fire begins to burn down, you witness a sense of trust blossoming between them. Ares, so touched by Luna's openness, offers her his unwavering and undying protection, the greatest gift he can give, his sacred trust. The Lunar, in turn, shares her deep emotional wisdom with him. She offers him her gift, her ability to see beyond the surface. Witness this alchemical reaction between them. Ares' strength tempered by La Luna's intuition, La Luna's vulnerability bolstered by Ares' resolve. Witness this alchemy and sacred trust. Reflect on where you see this in your life. When have you let your barriers down and opened up to this extent? Allowed yourself to become this vulnerable with somebody? Was your sacred trust honored? If it was broken, would you be willing to offer that sacred trust again? What boundaries and protections can you put in place to help you feel safe to offer that sacred trust. And as the first rays of dawn peek through the window, they begin to cast a kaleidoscope of colours across the room. You sense the astrological influences shift, bringing in new perspectives. Jupiter is rising as a Decan ruler, symbolic of expansion and wisdom. Jupiter's rising light illuminates the path forward for Aries and the Lunar. For Aries, it signifies an opportunity to use his newfound vulnerability to build stronger alliances, shows him where he can use his strength to protect. For the Lunar, it whispers of the potential for immense personal growth through this humbling experience. As you witness this, feel Jupiter's expansive energy, igniting your own sense of possibility. Trust that even in moments of perceived weakness, there is room for immense growth. As you watch Jupiter's rise, reflect on what this means for you. And then you witness the golden light of the sun, bringing life, bathing the room in rays of warmth and glory. Themes of purpose and vitality are brought back to the fore. For Aries, the sun reignites his fighting spirit, but with a newfound compassion. For the Lunar, the sun's warmth encourages her to reclaim her inner light that had gone out from her eyes. Feel the sun's warmth creep across your skin, the metaphor for a renewed sense of purpose awakening within you too. Remember that challenges are opportunities to refine your inner fire. Reflect on what it might mean as you sit with Aries and the Lunar. Hermes and Aphrodite all gathered together in this room in front of the dying fire as you watch this kaleidoscope of colours and rays creep across the room. What does this shared experience reveal to you? Where do you see reflections of Aries' strength and the Lunar's vulnerability in your own life? Is there a better way to integrate these qualities to find your own unique balance? As the energy of the assembled deities bless you before you leave, allow the newfound wisdom that you've gathered settle within you. Breathe in and allow everything you've learned to settle into your unconscious. And breathe out, releasing any resistance to change. Breathe in, allowing the newfound wisdom to settle within you. Breathe out, releasing any resistance to change. Breathe in, allowing this newfound wisdom to settle within you. And breathe out, releasing any resistance to change. And now it's time to leave this beautiful, sacred room. The deities are ready to go, and you must too. And so you carefully, slowly depart from Mars's temple and find yourself back outside the doors, connected to the soil of ancient Greece. And bring your attention back to your feet and the soil that they're connected to. And you breathe. Become aware of your feet and the room that you're in and the connection that they make with the floor or the surface that they touch now. Maybe stretch your legs And wriggle your toes, stretch out your arms, move your fingers. I really hope that you found this exercise useful and helpful, and I hope you can return to it whenever the moon's in Scorpio too. Thank you.